starting this off in my most favorite country in the world. I'm in Brazil, specifically Sao Paulo, for the first NFL game in Brazil, and with my favorite cousin. We are going to the game, and I will see you guys there. Let's go. Jane, hit my drop.
No, Tony versus the world!
So many people here, all teams representing, all teams in the NFL, so many people in the stadium. You can see the Sao Paulo game in Brazil. Everybody back there. The game hasn't started yet, but we're about to find our way in. Let's go. After an easy win with 46,000 people in attendance, we are out of here going to visit the rest of Sao Paulo tomorrow. And just like that, this is the next day in Sao Paulo. We're gonna go explore the city, but first we're gonna go get something to eat. And I'm gonna show you guys exactly where we're going. And just like before, all of this is gonna be on my Google Maps, so you guys can visit the same place that I do and eat the same food that I did. Let's get on the way. Okay, so this place is called BOVINU'S in the TIVOLI section of Sao Paulo. This is like a buffet, and I know what you guys are thinking. Buffets usually just have like average food. No, this one is great. It has great churrasco, like the Brazilian cuts of meat where they come and cut it at your plate. Any type of fish and meat that you could possibly want. It's a great place to come. Absolutely recommend it. And like everything is, it's going to be in my Google list for you guys to check out in the link in the description below. We're going to check out the rest of the city, and I might not be able to take my camera with me, but I always got my phone. So you guys will definitely get some footage of the rest of the places that we're going to go for the rest of the night. I'll check you guys out later. First up on the list of free things to do, boys, is BECO de Batman. Batman Alley, or Alley to Batman, whatever you want to call it. It's a long alley full of graffiti done by some of the world's greatest artists. Let's go check it out for free. Let's go. Okay, walking through the Voce de Batman. It's actually a series of alleys and stepways, graffiti all over the place. One of my favorite sayings, you every day. That says, Voce todo dia. It means you every day. So we're gonna walk down the rest of this walkway where these people are coming from, see the rest of the graffiti, then get out of here. Super windy day, by the way. Let's go, boys. And that was the Boca de Batman.
Early the next morning.
And just like that, gang, today is the next day. Google says that Sao Paulo is not really a touristy city, kind of like how Rio is with a whole bunch of different attractions, but it does have some great things to see. One of them being the art museum that they have in the middle of the city. That's where we're going today. I'm going to be ready to call an Uber. By the way, Uber is a thing here, so you definitely want to catch Uber. Usually the Ubers that I've been catching cost me about $2 or $3, so it's super, super cheap for Americans here. So that's what we're doing. Catch an Uber, going to the art museum, going to check it out for a few, and then see what the rest of the city has for us. Let's go, boys. museum was free. The MASP, as they call it, MASP, Museum of Arte de Sao Paulo, MASP. The museum was free. They just want you to register, give your name, address, phone number, all of that stuff, and say that you're not an American, whatever. And it's free to go in. They got a lot of art from indigenous people and artists from all over the country. I love it. This is stuff that I like to go see, even in a place where there's not really that many tourist attractions. So, hey, now it's time, even though the streets are closed, but there's a lot of people out walking around. There's no cars coming, anything like that. Everybody's walking up and down the street, vendors selling things. So I think I'm gonna soak up a little bit of culture, then go back to the hotel, and then we're gonna really get some Brazilian cuisine. Another day, and actually my last day in my favorite country on earth, Brazil. I'm still in Sao Paulo, and right before I leave, I'm going to do what I do best, which is find the best places in the city to go to eat. Right before I leave, I got to get some more of that Brazilian cuisine. I'm still in awe because I don't get a chance to get it all the time. So what I'm going to do is we're going to the best restaurant in town, and I'm taking you guys with me. So yeah, right before I leave, let's go, boys. So that restaurant spot was pretty good. It was okay, but they said a lot of famous people come there, and that's why I went there. I didn't see any then, but I'm gonna put those in my Google links so you guys can go there too. You know how this goes. Let's go.
Much later.
All right, so I'm back home. It's been about a week, but Sao Paulo is still fresh in my brain. I love Brazil, so I'm gonna give you 3 key things before you go to Brazil at all. The first one is gonna be they don't speak English in Brazil at all. They speak Portuguese. And a lot of people do speak English, but there's a very good chance you're gonna bump into somebody who doesn't speak any English at all, which means it's on you to absolutely learn the basics. Number 1 is going to be like oi, which is hi, or some people just say hola. Same deal, same difference. Or you can go back to number 2, which is always the fallback in any country you go to, is going to be thank you. Thank you is obrigado, obrigado. But in Sao Paulo and Rio, they say brigado, just brigado. It's really easy. If it's a male, it's brigado. If it's a female, they say brigada. And number 3 is really, really easy. It's one of my favorites, one of my go-tos. Eu só falo muito pequeno português, você fala inglês. Which means I only speak a little bit of Portuguese. Do you speak English? And a lot of people just say no, and then I can go into one of my other spiels or something like that. Or if you're a little bit more advanced and you have a little bit of conversational Portuguese, you can say something like I do and go, oi, meu nome é Tony, e muito bom conhecer você, eu amo Brasil. Which means, my name is Tony, it's nice to meet you, I love Brazil. Okay, the second thing that you need to know is Uber is a thing in Brazil. Absolutely use it in Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is a huge city, and trust me, there are different places all over the city that you need to see. And like I said before, I've created a Google Maps to show you where all of these hot locations are that you can go visit. All the sites in Sao Paulo, you can check those out at the link in the description. So use my Google Maps, use Uber to get to all of these different places, and please, please, please go explore the city. It's a great place. Okay, and the third and last thing you need to know is Sao Paulo is not Rio. Rio has all the attractions and things like that, different places to see and the beach and all of that. Sao Paulo is not like that at all. It's a completely different place. Think of it like the New York of Brazil. It's a big, huge city where a lot of people are doing a lot of big business and citizens living, all that type of thing. So it is not the same. It's a totally different experience. That is something you need to do. That's going to be the third thing. if you go to Sao Paulo, make sure to plan another trip to go to Rio. You are absolutely going to love it, and you'll see why this is my favorite country on earth. I love you guys. I'm out. I hope you have a good time in Brazil. Peace.